Want to go for a ride? Want to go for a ride? Let me go. Let me get this. Let's go for a ride, okay? Well, actually, you'll go for a ride. I'll go for a drive. The person who drives the car, they're the one who goes for a drive. The other people, they go for a ride. People don't know that. Tell them when they're in your car. Say, you assholes are going for a ride. I'm going for a drive. Because I'm making the payments on this. This is my car for purposes of discussion. And it's like any car, it's tough to get into it. You know, you got to get in the car first. And it's not easy if you think about it. There's a certain amount of risk involved getting in the car. Have you noticed how wonderful it is that the way they designed the car? That the driver's door is right out in the middle of goddamn traffic? Holy shit. I mean, you haven't even gotten in this death machine yet, and you almost died once. What you need is a nice long red light back about 1.5 miles. Because you need a little time and space to get in your car with a little style and grace. I've often held up traffic for 2 or 3 hours just going like Now, as I said, this is my car. My car has one of those door handles. A lot of people have them, I think, now. The kind of door handles which is recessed a little bit into the door and your fingers actually go in a little before they grab it. Don't you like that? I like that. That's why they're not going to make it anymore. They found out we like that. And my door, when I open my door goes whoosh, and my door swings all the way open. You know what I mean? All the way open. I don't have one of those fancy doors that hangs there halfway and stays there, you know. My door is either fucking closed or fucking open. That's it. We got 2 things, pick one. And if you're going to do anything really tricky, like get in the car, you better prop that door open with a broom handle, Jack. Because sure as shit, it's going to come back and whoa! Oh, and that hurts for about 1.5 years, you know. And the little purple ring never goes away. Now, I have an additional problem getting into my car because my driver's seat is pushed all the way forward on those 2 little runners, and it's never coming back again. There are about 50 of those little pop-top beer can rings all fused into one piece of metal, and this thing is never going to move unless there's an atomic attack. Now, we get in the car if we can and get going. Well, we have one additional thing. You may have parked in this parking lot where you had full access to your car when you went into the shopping center, but now that you've been in there, some asshole has parked right next to you. And you have about 4 degrees clearance now. And you got to try and get in, and you're carrying 12 gifts and wearing a top hat. Plus, your back is not built for this. You know, backs are not made for getting into cars, I'll tell you. My back hurts just standing around thinking. Imagine this shit. And besides your back, getting in like this, you also risk serious ball injury from the steering wheel. So far, the worst thing that's happened is the flow through my femoral artery has been cut off for over 18 minutes. Fortunately, I was parked in front of a first aid station at the time. But I'm in the car and I'm right up front. What I mean is I'm forward in this car. You know what I mean? I'm right on the firewall, okay? Hey, if I want to look at the speedometer, I got to go. But at least I'm in the car. And the goddamn door is still wide open. Well, maybe I can reach it, you know? Maybe without dislodging myself, I can reach and close it. Fuck it, we'll drive with the door open today. It's a lovely day anyway, isn't it? And they say it helps you on left-hand turns. Okay, now we're going to be going for this drive/ride any minute here. First, a philosophical question. Have you ever noticed when you're driving that anyone who's driving slower than you is an idiot? And anyone driving faster than you is a maniac! Say, look at this idiot here. Will you just look at this idiot just creeping along? Whoa, look at that maniac. Go! I mean, it's a wonder we ever get anywhere at all with all the idiots and maniacs there are. Because there's certainly no one driving at my speed. I don't let anybody drive at my speed, do you? Bullshit, some guy's going my speed, fuck him, I slow down, man. Let him get up ahead a little bit. I can keep an eye on that asshole from back here. I like to know who I'm driving near. I'll often ask for personal references at a yield sign. Okay, now, certain stuff we want to remember before we go for a drive, certain basic things. First of all, there are some things that happen in the car, little embarrassments you suffer, but everyone knows about them. This is an example of what I mean. Have you ever been driving someone else's car and they're in the car for some reason? You know what I mean? You're driving their car and they're there too. Let's say they fell out of a window and broke both of their knees in a courtyard. For the sake of argument, and they can't drive and you're driving their car. And you're used to your car. And your turn signal is mounted on the opposite side of the steering column from their turn signal, and you go to shift gears and you break off their fucking turn signal. Holy shit, came right off, didn't it? Have to throw that mother away. Goddamn, you'll have to get a new one of them. Shit, that broke easy, didn't it? Some things break easy, don't they? Some things just come right off. Radio knobs in a car. God, they're fragile. Just trying to tune something in. Just trying to find something you can tolerate. Holy shit, came right off. Look at that. Throw that mother away. Give me one out the bag. I got about 80 of them down there. Thank you, Dan. And you wind up listening to something just the other side of the glove compartment. Now, here's an embarrassing thing. This is really embarrassing. This will stay with you for several hundred miles. You know those things you don't shake off right away? Like when you almost got killed by the big tractor-trailer truck? And you had to pull over for 20 minutes and not do anything but listen to your heart? This is the same kind of thing. And this is one you do it yourself. It's so great. You ever pull up to a red light and you go a little bit too far into the intersection? So you put the car in reverse and you back up just a little bit, and then you forget the car is in reverse. You are truly an accident waiting to happen. And then the light changed. Holy shit, how did I get back here? This is where I started from. God, you gotta pay attention even at the red lights, don't you? I thought sure they were for resting. Didn't it seem that way to you? Drive a little while, rest a little while.